Good afternoon, Hattiesburg. Thanks for joining us for this COVID-19 and City News Briefing for Friday, November 13th. We will start with today's testing numbers. These are system-wide numbers for Forest General, Merit Health Wesley, Hattiesburg Clinic, Simrai, and the Moffitt Health Center at USM. As of this morning, 82,959 tests have been conducted. Right at 9,000 tests have come back positive. Again, that's not all Forest and Lamar counties. Now active cases either. 73,675 come back negative. We have 284 tests currently pending. In the hospital today, between Forest General and Merit Health Wesley, there are 53 people who are COVID positive in the hospital. That's 2 down from the average over the last 2 weeks. And of those 53, 23 are in the ICU, which is slightly above where we've been for the last 14 days. As you can see, we have stayed just under 60 throughout the past 7 to 10 days. We are glad to see that number go down below 55. We'll see how the weekend goes. Statewide today, we had 1,305 new cases there. It's worth noting there have been several days in a row where we've been over 1,000 new cases. The danger is that these cases often result in hospitalizations, which of course are taxing to our regional healthcare centers, of which Hattiesburg is one. 5 new deaths today. We're sad to report a new death in Lamar County that was reported 2 days ago, which brings the total to 83 in Forest County, 46 in Lamar County, and we send our condolences to that family in Lamar County. New positives today, Forest County for the second day in a row had 29 new positive cases. Lamar County had 18, just under 50 new cases metro area wide today. Since this began, Forest County's total now stands at 3,365. Lamar's is at 2,567, bringing the metro area total to 5,932. Our 5-day average, again, staying between this 10 and 20. Typically, this does go up as the week progresses and then back down on the weekend, but still keeping our totals right now for 5-day under 30 total metro area wide. Inside 14 days, this is the number of people who have received their positive test result within the last 2 weeks. Gives you kind of an idea of how many active cases you could have in your community. That total inside 14 days for Forest County is now at 224. Lamar County is at 208. And so for the first day in quite some time, Lamar County now has fewer active cases than Forest County does. We're still seeing that we got to just almost under 400 2 days ago, but then with a couple of big days in Forest County, numbers back up to about 425 metro area wide. Just comparison for a week ago, last Friday, Forest County had 249 in terms of inside 14 days, down 224 even though we've had an increase the last couple of days. Lamar County was at 224 a week ago, 208 today. Metro area total down just over 40 for the 2-county area. Hospitalizations also down by 3, 56 to 53, ICU 22 to 23. Our goals continue to be protecting the vulnerable populations in our community, people over the age of 60, people with underlying or chronic health conditions. Second goal is preventing overrun of the healthcare system. We're seeing a lot of healthcare systems, particularly in the Jackson area right now, that are their hospital beds and acute beds are filling up, their ICU capacity is filling up. That will eventually make its way down to healthcare centers like ours in South Mississippi. Third goal, prioritizing public health while giving the private sector the space to continue operating. Governor Reeves extended his COVID-related orders. The Executive Order 1530 extends all of those state guidelines and regional mask orders and gathering limits, which those include Forest and Lamar counties, until Friday, December the 11th. In response, the city has extended its executive order another month in terms of guidelines, mask orders, capacity limits. We'll see how the numbers do over the next 30 days. Several bits of city news for you today. Paving continued in Ward 2 this week. This area east of Edward Street, which is Roby, Mallory, Roy, and Pack. Those roads were paved. Paving crews will now move over to Ward 5. Throughout this pandemic, there have been several instances where there have been critical blood shortages, and those are going to continue to be the case as our healthcare system is taxed. So on Wednesday, November the 18th, that's next Wednesday from 3:30 to 6:30 at Main Street United Methodist Church, which is the corner of McLeod and Main Street. There will be a blood drive in the Fellowship Hall. Again, that's next Wednesday, 3:30 to 6:30 at Main Street United Methodist Church. If you can sign up by going to vitalent.org. We also have several teams tonight who are beginning their playoff journeys. We know that PCS travels to MRA. They've had a great season. Hattiesburg High has really overperformed this season, and they're going to South Jones in the first round of the playoffs. And Oak Grove hosts Biloxi. We also have other metro area teams that are competing tonight. I think Petal goes to DeIberville. Lumberton hosts Lawrence County. And Sumrall also takes on tonight as well. We do want to issue congratulations to Noah Harris. Noah Harris is a graduate of Oak Grove High School, son of Anthony Harris, who was on our tourism commission. But yesterday, Noah Harris was elected the student body president at Harvard. And so we are super proud of Noah and all that he has done throughout his young academic career, but now to be student body president at Harvard, just get into Harvard. We're very proud of Noah, so congratulations to him and his family. Finally, our act of courage. Today was the last day of work for an incredible woman, Ms. Gloria Peterson. Ms. Gloria Peterson worked almost 30 years at Southern Miss in food service, and so first at Elam Arms, then at the Fresh Food Company. And so you could often hear her, depending on the day, saying it's Friday or it's hump day on Wednesday, or most importantly, how you percolating. And today was her last day of work, but for generations of Southern Miss Golden Eagles and Hattiesburgers who have gone through Southern Miss, she was a constant source of encouragement and humor in part of the day when people probably really needed it. And so she's part of the village at USM and part of the village where she lives here in Hattiesburg, and we are grateful for her positive outlook and for all of the young students that she touched throughout her 30-year career, and wish her all the best in retirement. Today was actually Gloria Peterson Day in the city of Hattiesburg. As we go into the weekend, wash your hands, take care of yourself, wear a mask if you go out in public, do only what is essential, and remember, you're safer at home. Have a great weekend.